A lot of content creators share their PR hauls, product that they receive for free, maybe do a tutorial with them here and there, but do they actually take the time to apply it, give you detail, show you what it's going to look like, and give you like actual thought out first impressions? Not a lot of people are doing that anymore. When it comes to advertisement and or visually, everything seems exciting, amazing, the new drop, but is it really worth it? Is it actually good? That's what we're gonna find out today. I have created this makeup look using all new product, some that is unreleased, which is crazy. We get raw, we get real, and we talk about what we like and what we don't like. And these lips, I know. I didn't want to like it, but I do. Did we have flops? Before moving forward, make sure you're doing all the things for me. Make sure you hit that like button, you comment as we go along, because we are a community and communities communicate. We have to say hello and thank you to our channel members, the G Squad, an amazing group of people who have joined channel memberships and are supporting the channel at a higher level. If you're interested in joining channel memberships, all you have to do is hit that join button below and you're good to go. Moving on to the community spotlight. YouTube is highlighting these 5 people as top commenters up until today. Now this can change on a daily basis. So basically these are the people who have commented the most in all of my videos in the past week. I am so grateful. Thank you so much for making the effort of commenting in all my videos. It really supports me and I love the ability of highlighting you guys and just thanking you on a daily basis. Now, if you're interested in being featured up here or in my channel memberships banner, all you really need to do is either join channel memberships or just comment as we go along on all my videos. And if you're new here, my name is Yari. I am a makeup artist. I've been posting on YouTube for over 8 years, so I have a lot of content. If you enjoyed today's video, I highly suggest you check out all my other content because I post 5 days a week, fresh new content. We love to have fun here, so I really think you'll enjoy those videos. And if you do, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It is 100% free, and then you'll become a part of our family here on the YouTube. Let's dive on in and play around with the product. We always start at the beginning, so before we dive on in, I want to let you guys know what I have on the skin. I literally just like filled in my brows with a powder, and then I applied the double serum by Clarins, which is absolutely amazing on the skin, and that's pretty much it. That's why we're looking glowy. We're looking glowy and like glass-like. If you haven't tried this, you need to get it if you find it on Ipsy shops, or if you can get it on the 21 days of beauty over at Ulta, because they have it, but the smaller one on sale, girl, 50% off. We're going to begin with something that I feel like so many people are talking about, and Urban Decay is literally living it up right now. They have all these amazing launches, innovative ideas. I'm so stoked. I do have notes for you guys because hello, I'm me. So these are the Urban Decay Luminizers. They are available in 8 shades and they go for $34 a piece. What's beautiful about this is you can use it on the skin to add like a very light amount of glow, so a little bit is going to go a very long way, or apply this as a base, then go in with your foundation or mix it into your foundation. If your foundation is matte, you can add some radiance or the look of hydration to your foundation without actually changing how the finish is going to end. If you have a matte foundation, it'll add some radiance but not give you this luminous, oily, greasy looking effect. I did get all, this is backwards. I did get the entire PR kit. They sent me all 8 as well as a travel of their all-nighter setting spray. Absolutely amazing. However, I love to share, so I selected 4 that I can keep at home and share with Ty, and then the rest I'm sharing with you guys. Starting with my right, which is gonna be your left, we have Space Cowboy, PCH, Silver Lake, and Golden Hour. I'm gonna use a foundation that's basically matte on my complexion. It does have SPF, but it doesn't really give me a radiance finish. You know what, let's go with this one. This is Space Cowboy. I feel like this one was my favorite from the beginning. It's not gonna leave a weird cast, it's just gonna add the radiance. Now that I've applied it on the back of my hand and I blended it out, see what I'm saying? So we are going to mixy mix. I'm gonna stick to, let's do 1.5, and then I'm going to do a little bit, 3 dots, 3, ooh, that was 4, but it's okay. I'm gonna give it a good mix on the back of the hand. A little bit goes a very long way. I applied Space Cowboy over top of my makeup when I did the PR haul. I thought it was such a beautiful shade. It gave my skin a pretty radiance without it being too much. And I only use that as a highlighter. So I was like, oh, we need to use it by mixing it into a foundation to see how that's going to look. I'm not looking glittery, which is wonderful. Sometimes highlighters or like liquid illuminators can make you look like a fairy, like you've got glitter everywhere, but this one is not doing it. No foundation, no luminizer. Foundation with luminizer. Typically I would go in with a matte foundation and the skin would literally look like a flat matte, but I'm okay with dew. You know what I mean? Like I can appreciate the dew, and this illuminator is allowing me to use a matte foundation while keeping the dew going. Let's even out the rest of the skin. All right, I'm pretty much digging this illuminator mixed into the foundation. I really am. And look at how pretty it looks on the back of the hand. Like, come on. Now, is it gonna be for everyone? Probably not, but a lot of people with dry skin yearn for that hydrated, glowy effect, and I feel like this product will give you that. Let's build over top of this and talk about What's Up Beauty. So this is an indie brand that has pretty much, I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it. They're so innovative, and they're pretty much adding to their collection of product. Now, I've only tried a limited amount of their stuff. So like their brushes, their eyeshadows, their blushes, a bronzer. So I've tried a handful of items. Our friends over at What's Up Beauty sent over their new setting powders. These are called the Wind Dancers Pressed Setting Powders, available in 4 shades, and it retails for $32 a piece. When I did the PR haul, like the unboxing, I made it very clear. I find that it's beautiful that they're expanding their complexion offerings. Pero let's keep it 100. This is not deep enough. So it is a pressed, hold on, it says pressed setting powder. It is a setting powder, but I feel like there are definitely gaps in between. Now, I know it is a family-owned business. They are small, so we have to give them credit. It's not like it's a huge brand with a ton of investors creating such a limited range. I've always been open and expressed that I feel like they need to expand their shade ranges. They've actually reached out and they were like, we hear you, we get it. And if I had suggestions to provide them, just by looking at it, we already know there are definitely some shade gaps. I'm thinking I could probably get away with using, I don't want to touch all of them, but I feel like I'm going to set this one to the side because that one's very pale. This one here isn't light. I might be able to get away with using medium for the under eye to set concealer. I really want to try what I can to show you guys what these are going to look like. Here we have tan. This one might be great to mattify certain areas of the skin that I don't want to be too radiant. And then this one could potentially be like a light bronzer on my complexion. I'm going to apply these just so that we can see how they technically would go on the skin, how they blend, how they would work, because they could be sheer. And then in that case, what I said about the shade range would be moot. In a way, you know, there's people who are much darker, like much darker than that deep shade, you know? So I'm kind of like, but we have to give credit where credit is due, and I think it's very pretty just as a whole. They also sent over their new brush. It was made in, I want to say it was made in Japan. This baby has a space $64. I know. So we're gonna start off with the under eye. I'm gonna apply like a quick conceal her. Let's give their powder a little testy test. It is slightly deeper than a banana, at least the medium, which is why I selected it for setting the under eye. I like that the compact comes with a mirror, which is usually a plus, but it's kind of like at the same time a requirement, given that like that's what most brands offer nowadays. The medium for the under eye, it looks good, but how good does it actually look like up close, right? All right, so it doesn't look like heavy or drying, which is great. If I wanted to go brighter under the eye, I would use light, but I kind of feel like I don't want to touch that one too much. All right, so far so good. Medium under the eye looks very pretty. I'm gonna set the concealer on my chin, bridge of the nose, and the center of the brow. I think it looks nice. Let's see what tan looks like. I am gonna use their Bougie brush. I love the radiance from the illuminator, but I love it in specific areas. I don't want to go like this and for you to see an entire cheek of radiance. I don't mind the radiance in this area or even here, but I mattify usually this area here and under the cheekbone, like around the lip. That way it doesn't emphasize texture, because obviously I'm human. I have pores, I have skin, I have blood, just in case you didn't know. And I also have textura. We like to mattify those areas, and that will mask the skin and make it look like it's pure perfection when it's really not, right? So I am going to tappy tap. The brush, it's picking up some of the powder, but not too much, which is nice. Medium is too light to set my skin, but it's perfect for the under eye. Tan seems to be a little too kind of like reddish. Like, notice the difference. That's where I say there is a shade gap. Can I fix this? Yes. I can add some of the medium on top and make it work. Nothing, and then just a light amount of tan, and that's what it's going to look like. And the thing about it is, we shouldn't have to purchase 2 shades in order to like get a shade that would work for us. You know what I mean? So I am going to dust some of this. And this sucks because tan, it's not like a good shade for my skin. It's darker, but then it's not dark enough for bronzing. It's, come on, y'all see it, right? I'm not crazy. Pew pew. It added, not even gold, it added red to my skin. We're gonna balance this out, but we have to point the obvious. Let me grab the medium again and go over top that to try to balance it out. That's better already. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't have, if you, like, a lot of you guys match my complexion. You shouldn't have to purchase 2 in order to get the right shade. You know what I mean? I will admit the brush feels really nice. Really, really nice on the skin. You see, it's not fully packed. It's dense enough, but not too much. I really like the brush. Oh, why does it have to be so expensive? I'm gonna go in to their deep. Deep is a good shade to bronze. Remember, these are pressed setting powders. I am multitasking them and using them for different categories when it comes to the makeup because I want to show you what they're going to look like on my complexion once blended. I could sit here and swatch them, but a swatch doesn't do product justice all the time. It just gives you a shade idea, but then you won't know what it's going to look like once it's actually applied on the skin and blended. If I do a swatch, it looks pretty. If I apply it on the skin and start blending, it could fade away. And then you're like, where'd the pigment go? Because it has happened, right? So it's one of those things where just let me be me and show you how the product looks in different areas of the skin. I really like deep for my complexion to bronze. Don't judge me. I haven't blended it out completely yet. Like, I'm going on vacation. We are ready now. I'm down on vacation. I'm so excited. This one is going with me. It makes my face look slimmer. You know, I look like I've been outside. Although I live in Florida, I don't really go out like and get sun. I'm faking a tan right now, and this brush is coming with me too. I love her. I love her, love her. Okay, this is really pretty. I'm not mad at this one. Okay, so out of the What's Up Beauty, for me personally, I love the medium, I love the deep, and I love the brush. Don't get mad at me. I have expensive taste too. I got compliments on a recent, I'm gonna say that one up yesterday, a recent makeup look where my eyes were just a poppy pink, but it was a blush. We're gonna move on to Tower 28, who sent me such a wonderful PR package with their brand, oh, don't drop it, girl, their brand new blushes. These are their Get Set blushes, available in 6 shades, and they go for just $22 a piece. This one here is Culver Crush, Long Beach Iced Tea, Samo Spritzer, Sawtell Slushy, Malibu Cooler, and the one that I have on my eyeballs, Feliz Fresca. Is this advertised to be used on the eyeball? No. But I multitask product. It's a powder, so I decided to use it on the eyes. It looks really pretty. I'm gonna start off with Long Beach Iced Tea. Apply that on the crease. You guys, this is supposed to provide beautifully blurred skin. It is a fully matte formula, but it is extremely pigmented, and it offers 12-hour fade proof wear, which is amazeballs. Because I applied this yesterday on a whim, and I did film a short for that, I can give you like my experience with the product. It stayed on my cheeks the entire day. I filmed earlier in the day. At night, I felt so bad taking it off because it still looked as if I had applied it 30 minutes prior. When it comes to how it wore on the eyeball, it was so stunning. Like, it wore really well on the eye. It's not like it faded or anything like that. So it was like pure perfection. We're gonna go in with Samo Spritzer and kind of go over top that and kind of blow that out. I like to multitask product because, you guys, what if you packed a blush and completely forgot to pack an eyeshadow palette? Or what if you don't want to pack an eyeshadow palette and you're like, no, I'll just keep it simple on the eyes. I'll use my blush. You should be able to do that. I think all of these shades are so wearable, beautiful, pigmented, blendable. Tower 28 did a terrific job. I've tried a few of their skincare products as well as their setting spray. This is the first time I use like actual makeup from them, and this is stunning. Look how pretty. Keeping her simple. I am gonna apply that under the eyeball. So pretty. I'm gonna move on to Saltel Slushy. I'm gonna deepen that crease a smidge, but do you see how it looks a little on the strawberry side? That's perfection. Whatever's left under the eye. Do you see how pigmented these are? Like, I was very impressed. And then to finish off the eye, I'm gonna use Culver Crush. I'm gonna tap that on the inner portion. On the cheeks, I'm gonna go in with Feliz Fresca, that pink. And I know you're thinking, no, what are you doing? That's so bright. I'm not gonna say no. It is, but it's also forgiving. It's one of those things. You saw how much I applied on the brush. You want to go in lightweight, tap on the skin, and do your blending. You don't want to everywhere because it's going to be a lot. When they say pigmented, it truly is. I liked this formula because I do, like I said, I'm human. I have texture here and it doesn't emphasize it. Again, I'm building it because I have the option. I'm going lightweight and building as I go. Do you have to go lightweight? No. If you absolutely love blush and you're like, no girl, I want it to be in your face from the beginning, you do have that option. I like to proceed with caution. Let's move on to the next item, which we will be using on the eyeballs, and that is going to be Ardell Press Lashes. You guys, they sent me a full-on PR package. I was like, hey, what? I know. And the thing is, I was like, okay, they sent it to me. Maybe they know I'm really into pressed lashes, right? So I was like, let's try it. I tried it yesterday. Oh. Now, the reason why I wanted to feature this is because pressed lashes, the glueless version, are the new thing. I've been obsessed with them for about 6 months at this point. Everyone is going to be able to do this and not have to worry about them being wonky, them coming off, glue residue. You can even skip mascara, which is stunning. This is the first time I tried the Ardells. They're pretty comparable to other brands. This one though, in terms of what you can find here in America, these are the stickiest ones I've experienced so far, which I was shocked about. I was like, oh my God, because I went in and I was like, poop, it's like, I was impressed. You could feel it gripping onto your lash. These, where's my notes? They're available in a variety of styles. These go for about $16. You can snag them over at Ulta, and Ulta always has, as long as you have like a login username and stuff, they always have a $3.50 discount. So you can get these for like $13, maybe less, like $12.50. So it's really good to have an option where you can go to the store and pick them up. I did see a comment saying someone picked up the Ardells and you had a really hard time. It was not sticking. There may be a series of reasons why that happened. If you have just cleaned your eyeballs, your lashes with something like this has oil in it. You see the oil float in there? Oil residue within your lashes is not going to allow for the glue to stick. It's just gonna come right off. Another issue could be your applicator. This one was all right, like in a pinch. I made it work because obviously I was like reviewing the actual product, but I recommend something else. I recently got this one by iWin and it's really nice. This is like a Temu something. And then this one here has been my go-to for like 2 or 3 years. I don't know who the maker is. I don't. This one's already clean, so we're gonna use her. I typically would do 2 12s, 1 or 2 10s, and then the inners. This one kit has enough for me to do 2 full sets of lashes. This stayed on my eyeballs the entire day, and then at night we're watching oh my God, what's our new show? How I Met Your Mother. That's like our new thing, me and my husband. And I'm just sitting there and I'm pulling them off. And it took me a minute. It was hard to take them off. It wasn't painful. I didn't lose my own lashes. There was 0 residue left. It took me a minute to really get it off compared to the other ones that I've bought in the drugstore. So that says a lot. Right now, I have nothing on my lashes other than some eyeshadow. If you're having an issue getting the glues to stick, it has to be that your natural oils from your eyelids and or your lashes are interrupting the glue. I recommend you do this if you have oily lids, oily eyes, or your glue is not sticking. Grab a translucent powder, a fluffy brush, right? Kind of go into your powder, go like this because you don't want like powdery lashes. Go like this all over your lashes themselves. That way any oils will be absorbed by the powder. Then I would use my finger to kind of remove any extra powder that is visible because you don't want it to be like all powdery at the top. So I'm gonna grab my trusty little tweezy. Grab one of these babies. Always grab them by the base. It's going to stick, so you have to. I'm not even gonna curl my lashes for this situation. I'm gonna grab and kind of pop that baby on. she's good to go. Grab another 12. Same thing. And in between, you might want to check your little applicator to make sure that you don't have like any glue left on there. Sometimes the glue does kind of stick to it. There we have number 2. You know what? I'm going to double up on the outer corner for the 12 just to make it look slightly thicker and more intense, and that's my number 3. I'm gonna go in with a 10 closer to the front. See how fast that is? I'm gonna work as I'm editing to not have to cut too much so you guys can really see how quickly it can be done. Key thing is make sure that your applicator doesn't have any glue because the lashes are gonna stick to it. And then I'm gonna do an inner corner one. So I did 2 10s. I did 3 12s, 2 10s. I'm gonna do an inner corner one. That one's a little harder because I don't have that much pelitos like on the inner corner. Coo. And once that's on, I'm going to press. I don't necessarily love the applicator that came with it. It's cute, but like it took me longer to do this with that applicator than my own because you don't want to remove any of the lashes with it, so you kind of want to like squeeze. It's gonna get a little stuck. Just kind of wiggle your way out and you should be fine. Do you see how fast and how good those are? We have to get back to the Urban Decay Illuminator. The skin is looking the way that it does. Which shade should we use next, specifically on the cheeks? Should we do golden hour? Don't mind if I do. I want you to take a look. Again, my foundation is supposed to be super matte. I don't look super matte. I still have radiance in the right places, but not radiance to where I look oily. I just look hydrated. We're gonna go fluffy today. I have an affiliate link for you guys with Refer brushes if you're interested in the brushes that I've been using. Like for the eyeballs, it's the Refer 01, and for the cheeks it's gonna be the 19. They're so good. So I do recommend you go in with like apply some on the back of your hand and then go in with a brush because it will provide the nicest, most gradient effect on the skin without it being too heavy or like all plopped in one area. It gives you that lit from within effect on the skin. I'm glad I went with golden hour. Of course, if you want it to be like beaming in your face, you can definitely continue to build upon it. But that looks absolutely stunning on the skin. Let's go ahead and do the other side. And then because we can, I'll use a BK Beauty, which also will be linked below if you guys are interested. This one is the BK Beauty 211, and then this one is going to be the Nicola Rose N17 with BK Beauty. You guys, those sell out. Oh, look how stunning that is. These brushes sell out really fast whenever they do come in stock because they're stunning. And these are my 2 favorite brush brands. Price point accessible when you look at bundles and even like individuals. I would really recommend you check them out. Look at how that highlight looks on not just the cheek, but even the brow bone. It like lifts the face, right? So pretty. And I still have some left over. Moving on to the lips, as always, I am ever so grateful when YSL sends me some of their product. This is gonna be their new, and it hasn't even launched yet, okay? Their new Love Shine Plumping Lip Oils. They sent it in 4 shades, but it is available in 9 shades, and it goes for $40 a piece. These are the 4 shades they sent over my way. Look how pretty they are now. They are listed below with their shade numbers. There's not necessarily a name for these in terms of like shade, you know? So I read the description because again, these have not launched yet. I read the description and supuestamente, right? Supposedly, they're like spicy. So they're not just going to provide like a visual like ooh plumping effect, but it's supposed to really make your lips look like they've been plumped and you're supposed to feel the spicy. But what level of spicy, we don't know. We have 3 that actually contain some shimmer particles within it, like some radiance. 1 that's fully matte. I mean, even as a swatch, they're pretty. They kind of smell like sweet, like a tinge of sweet, but also like there's some spice behind it. I think I might go with this one just because it goes with the eyeball. All right, now that I'm actually gonna apply it, I'm like, oh my God, what if it burns? I mean, it's YSL. I don't think they're like, hey, give me $40 and I'll burn your lips. I don't think it'll be like that, so we'll see. This shade is so pretty though. Okay, this is a nice gloss because it's not super tacky or sticky. Like, I do not like glosses that when you apply them and go like this, it looks like slimy. It's so weird and they feel tough on the lips. It features a jumbo applicator, so that's an A+. Ooh. I've been like having these weird juicy lip situations that I've been loving. All right, you guys, I've really saturated my lips. This shade is absolutely stunning. If you're interested, it's number 44. I am going to let this sit for a second and let's see if it burns. It goes great with the skin. It goes great with the eyes. It's such a pretty shade. Friends, my lips visually are looking juicy. They somehow feel juicy. And yeah, they look really pretty, like really, really pretty. But it doesn't burn. Is that odd? Like you get a little tingle, a little tingle. I had to sit down and stop moving. I was like, am I feeling something? How crazy is that? I mean, I know it's $40. I have expensive taste sometimes too. So, but when I read spicy, I thought, oh, it's gonna burn. And I was ready for like Too Faced lip injection extreme vibes on the lips. I'm getting way more of a plumping effect and or visual with this over the Too Faced lip injection extreme. Except that one burns like a lot. You feel it. There's no question. And this one, I really had to concentrate to feel it. I like that. I like that a lot. The makeup is done. I'm actually very happy with it. We had a flop and it sucks. I'm sorry. Why am I apologizing? It's not even my product. I just feel bad that maybe it's not gonna work for everyone or it's like limited to certain complexions, but I have to keep it real with you guys, my supporters, my friends here, my family on the YouTube. As always, I really want to hear you guys' thoughts, so make sure you have let me know in the comments what you're thinking about every single item. Remember, it was a total of 5 different brand new product. I really hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you've made it all the way through, you are a real one. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next video.